Boom shakalaka, this looks really bad for Bitcoin, unless of course we have this. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, Bitcoin breaking through support. This looks very bad for Bitcoin, unless of course we have this before we get into it. Like the video, join us on Twitter through Crypto Love, and subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos longer than anybody else. Now, today, Fear and Greed Index at 47, still neutral for the past week, nothing much happening. Nobody knows, is it good, is it bad? Nobody knows. The overall market though, down 2% today, Bitcoin 95,316, Ethereum 2666, XRP 257, BNB 649, Solana 165, Dogecoin 25 cents, Cardano 77 cents, and Tron 24 cents. Now, Bitcoin, we've been talking about this for a while. We had a double top right here at roughly $108,000. We had a wedge forming due to breakout by the end of February, and long time, since August, half a year support. This trend line right here, the Bitcoin just broke through to the bottom, the first trend line. There is a second trend line right now at about $90,000. But potentially, if Bitcoin breaks through to the downside, may not be looking good. Now, it could be a fake out. Sometimes that happens. But we have some charts that we're going to take a look at in a moment that may not be great. Now, if we take a look at this moment, this week, capital inflows into Bitcoin and Ethereum have declined by over 30% in the past month, dropping from $45 billion to $30 billion. Money's just not coming into the market anymore. What is going on? We also have metrics like this, the weekly MACD cross. And you're like, a MACD cross, that sounds awesome, but it's a bearish cross. On the weekly chart, the bearish crossover each time has preceded a significant price correction. You can see the last time dropped 23%, before that 16%, before that 63%, before that 44%, and 49%. So big drops in price, somewhere between 16 and 63%. We could be look at it if the price continues downwards. Also, if we take a look at the inter-exchange flow pulse, you can see this has also crossed. That leads to bearish or at least kind of sideways price movements for Bitcoin, suggesting a decrease in market risk appetite and potentially marking the start of a bearish phase. Sometimes it's just a very temporary bearish phase. Sometimes it's a much longer bearish phase. And whales, shockingly quiet over the past week. No significant buy or sell activity. Are they potentially waiting on something to happen? We'll get into exactly what that something could be right here. But could they be waiting to see how this all pans out? Maybe. Now, should a price drop be a shock to everybody? Nah, not if you watch the channel. We've been talking about this since February 6th. Arthur Hayes posted this article. You can read it right there. He predicted potentially $70,000 Bitcoin. Now, if we take a look at the price chart, guess what? That would be Bitcoin bouncing all the way down to this volume level support right here. There's basically no support between $96,000 and $70,000. He suggests potentially a wick down to there, find support before continuing upwards. And he would not be wrong. Also, some other things he talks about there is how potentially Bitcoin entering politics is not exactly a great thing, because while one administration might buy a whole bunch of Bitcoin, the next administration might sell a whole bunch of Bitcoin, causing some pretty extreme price volatility. However, his conclusion in the end, if you don't want to read it, because it is quite a long read, probably like 20-30 minutes, is just keep stacking sats. That seems to be the answer always. Now, potentially, this is what the whales are waiting for. We can see it right here. An FTX just made a test transaction of 1 Bitcoin. Repayments start today. $16 billion will flow into the crypto market. Is this good? Is this bad? Now, he says bullish for Bitcoin and altcoins. Maybe. But I would expect some people might want to sell, especially how they've captured profits, most likely since the FTX debacle, being how Bitcoin price has gone up since then. They might want to take the profits and buy themselves something nice, and then, 5-10 years later, regret selling that Bitcoin because it's worth so much more now, and they bought a mattress for 1.5 Bitcoin, whereas nowadays it's worth nothing. So that's big news. That could affect what's going on with the markets. Now, if we pan out a little bit, whales have been buying like absolute madmen. In the short term, no. The past week, pretty quiet. But if we take a look, zoom out, they are buying Bitcoin, because guess what? There is a fixed supply of Bitcoin. They can't print anymore. You just can't. It's not possible. But we are seeing a decoupling of Bitcoin and crypto market cap, and everybody holding their bags of really terrible coins is saying why? Well, it could be because crypto is too broad and generally is turned into a meme casino, and people are getting pissed off because of all the rug pulls going on. Bitcoin is continuing to pull away because now it's the most trusted asset in the world, and no alt season appears to come. Might we not have an alt season this time? I don't know. We'll kind of have to see how things turn out. But I agree, where it does seem like it's just rug pulls, and basically investing in crypto is a casino, and who knows what's happening with that. Now, this is the one thing that could turn it around. We mentioned before how things kind of going sideways. Nobody knows where it's going to go. I know we mentioned something important in terms of that, but right now, some bearish charts for Bitcoin. This could be the one thing that turns it around. Just recently, this is from 2021, so maybe not that recently, but the Reserve Bank of Australia confirmed the existence of fake gold bars being held at the Bank of England. The existence of fake gold bars has been detected in the past by the presence of duplicate refiners' serial numbers. And I don't know if it's related to this because I don't really follow social media, but Elon Musk says maybe we should look for gold at Fort Knox. I mean, this could be in line with the Department of Government Efficiency, just making sure that what's supposed to be there is actually there. And he says looking for gold at Fort Knox, and it's gone. Now, Michael Saylor says Bitcoin fixes this because guess what? Everybody can see where the Bitcoin is and who holds it. But if, for some reason, there wasn't the gold in Fort Knox, now let's hope that it's there, because if it's not, there might be some bigger problems that we have to worry about than the price of Bitcoin. But let's hope that the gold is in Fort Knox. If it's not, well, that could be the catalyst that sends Bitcoin price up astronomically, because like we've mentioned for a while, since about February 5th, that Bitcoin really doesn't start its banana phase parabolic bull run until gold tops out. This is gold here in red, this is Bitcoin in orange. Now you can see that each time gold tops out, that's when Bitcoin really starts to take off. And it happens again. We have a 5-wave cycle for gold. It tops out and then Bitcoin takes off. Well, guess what? We are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could this be the death knell for gold? And if that happens, could it be about to send Bitcoin into the stratosphere? Because right now, without any upwards price movement, if Bitcoin just hits the 2-year multiplier, the Bitcoin Investor Tool 2-year MA multiplier, it's already at $260,000 per Bitcoin. Imagine if people lose faith in gold. Oh my goodness. It would go a lot higher than that. So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, check out the playlist right up there, Crypto Price Predictions 2025, if you still believe in cryptocurrency. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
Boom, shakalaka.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.